Imagine a world overrun by zombies, where survival depends on finding a secure refuge. Many people consider Costco, with its towering shelves and bulk supplies, to be the perfect fortress against the undead. Its sturdy walls, limited entry points, and abundance of resources make it an appealing choice for anyone seeking safety. However, while the threat of zombies is obvious, there are other dangers lurking that often go unnoticed. These hidden risks, from human conflict to resource shortages, can prove even more deadly than the zombies themselves. As we explore the idea of using Costco as a stronghold, it's important to look beyond the obvious and consider the full spectrum of threats that could challenge our survival. Costco is often seen as an ideal location in emergency scenarios due to its unique combination of features. The warehouse is stocked with vast quantities of food and water, providing sustenance for large groups over extended periods. In addition to groceries, Costco typically carries medical supplies and first aid kits, which are crucial for treating injuries or illnesses. The store's inventory also includes tools and equipment that can be used for repairs or defense. Structurally, Costco buildings are designed to be robust, with limited entry points and reinforced walls, making them easier to secure against outside threats. These factors contribute to the widespread perception of Costco as a highly advantageous refuge in times of crisis. Costco offers a vast selection of food items, catering to a wide range of needs and preferences. Shoppers can find everything from bulk packages of pantry staples like rice, pasta, and canned goods to fresh produce, meats, and dairy products. Non-perishable foods are particularly popular, with options such as granola bars, nut mixes, and ready-to-eat meals available in large quantities. For those preparing for emergencies, Costco also stocks specialized emergency food kits, which are designed to provide balanced nutrition and long shelf lives. These kits often include freeze-dried meals and essential supplies, making them a practical choice for disaster preparedness. The sheer volume and variety of food products at Costco make it a convenient destination for both everyday shopping and long-term planning. Medical supplies and hygiene products play a crucial role in maintaining long-term health and preventing the spread of disease. Items such as bandages, antiseptics, and basic medications help address minor injuries and illnesses before they become serious. Hygiene products like soap, hand sanitizer, and disinfectants reduce the risk of infection by eliminating harmful bacteria and viruses. Regular use of these supplies supports a clean environment, which is essential for overall well-being. Proper management and availability of these resources can significantly lower the chances of outbreaks and contribute to a healthier community over time. Costco offers a wide variety of tools and equipment that can be repurposed for survival and defense. Items such as axes, hammers, and crowbars, typically found in the hardware section, can serve as effective improvised weapons or aid in constructing shelters. Kitchen knives and heavy-duty cookware can also be utilized for protection or food preparation. Flashlights, batteries, and portable generators provide essential lighting and power during emergencies. Additionally, items like duct tape, rope, and tarps can be used to secure areas or create makeshift barriers. Even everyday objects, such as canned goods or bottles, may be adapted for defensive purposes, if necessary. The abundance and diversity of supplies in Costco make it a valuable resource for those seeking to enhance their survival capabilities. The Costco building is designed with several features that contribute to its overall defensibility. Its large, windowless exterior walls limit potential entry points, making unauthorized access more difficult. The main entrances are typically well monitored and can be secured quickly in an emergency. However, critical vulnerabilities exist, particularly around the loading docks. These areas are often less visible and may have larger doors or gates that are not as robustly secured as the main entrances. The presence of delivery schedules and frequent activity can also create opportunities for breaches. Addressing these weaknesses is essential to ensure the building's security remains comprehensive. When a power failure occurs, one of the immediate concerns is the loss of refrigeration. Without electricity, perishable foods stored in refrigerators and freezers quickly begin to warm, creating an environment where bacteria can thrive. As temperatures rise, items like meat, dairy, and prepared meals become unsafe to consume, leading to significant food spoilage. This not only results in economic loss, but also poses a serious biohazard. Spoiled food can harbor harmful pathogens, increasing the risk of foodborne illnesses. In large-scale outages, the accumulation of decomposing food can further strain waste management systems and threaten public health. When it comes to handling spoiled perishables, there are three primary options: throwing them in the trash, composting, or sending them to a landfill. Disposing of food waste in the trash typically leads to landfills, where organic matter decomposes without oxygen, producing methane, a potent greenhouse gas. Composting is a more sustainable alternative, but it requires proper facilities and participation, which can be limited in some areas. Sending perishables to landfills not only contributes to environmental pollution, but also wastes the resources used to produce and transport the food. Each method presents its own set of challenges, making the issue of spoiled perishables a complex environmental concern. When evaluating the food supply after spoilage, it's crucial to recognize how quickly perishable items can become unsafe to eat. Fresh produce, dairy, and meats often have a limited shelf life, especially without refrigeration, leading to significant losses in available nutrition. In contrast, non-perishable foods such as canned goods, dried grains, and preserved items remain safe and edible for much longer periods. These staples form the backbone of any long-term survival plan, providing reliable sources of calories and essential nutrients. By prioritizing non-perishables, individuals can better withstand disruptions and maintain a steady food supply, even when fresh options are no longer viable. Proper storage and rotation of these items further enhance their usefulness, ensuring that food remains accessible during extended emergencies. Population density plays a pivotal role in determining the survival prospects of any group. As the number of individuals within a given area increases, resources such as food, water, and shelter are consumed more rapidly, reducing their overall longevity. High population density can also heighten competition, leading to increased conflict among group members. These tensions may further diminish the group's chances of survival as cooperation becomes more difficult. Conversely, smaller groups may find it easier to manage resources and maintain harmony, but they may lack the collective strength needed to overcome external threats. Ultimately, finding the right balance in group size is essential for maximizing both resource sustainability and survival odds. Survival scenarios can vary dramatically depending on the size of the group involved. In small groups, coordination is often easier, resources can be managed efficiently, and decision-making tends to be swift. However, these groups may lack certain skills or manpower needed for complex tasks. As group size increases, there are more hands to share the workload and a broader range of expertise, but communication and leadership challenges can arise. In large groups, resource consumption accelerates and conflicts may become more frequent, requiring strong organization to maintain order. When a group becomes overcrowded, the situation can quickly devolve into chaos, with shortages of food, water, and shelter, leading to heightened stress and potential breakdowns in cooperation. Each scenario presents unique challenges that must be addressed to maximize the chances of survival. At the outset, group members often work together harmoniously, united by shared goals and mutual interests. As time passes, subtle differences in opinions, values, or ambitions may begin to surface, creating tension beneath the surface. These early conflicts are sometimes resolved through compromise, but unresolved issues can fester and grow. Gradually, alliances form and divisions deepen, eroding trust and cooperation. Misunderstandings and competition for resources or leadership can intensify the discord. Eventually, the group may descend into open hostility or violence, undermining the very foundation of their unity. In the end, the breakdown of relationships and trust leads to the collapse of the group, leaving behind the remnants of what was once a cooperative effort. Imagine arriving at Costco during a time when safety is a top concern. The decision to enter hinges on a simple but crucial observation. How many people are already inside? If the store appears crowded, the risk of exposure increases, prompting hesitation. On the other hand, A nearly empty warehouse suggests a safer environment, making entry more appealing. This calculation becomes a personal dilemma, balancing the need for supplies with the desire to avoid unnecessary risk. Each individual must weigh their own comfort level against the potential hazards, turning a routine shopping trip into a moment of careful consideration. In survival scenarios, resources such as food, water, and shelter are often limited. When a group faces the decision of whether to accept additional survivors, the optimal strategy may require difficult choices. Welcoming more people can strain supplies, reduce safety, and increase the risk of conflict. By turning away newcomers, the group preserves its chances of long-term survival, even though this decision can feel morally challenging. Ultimately, prioritizing the well-being of the existing group over expanding its numbers is a harsh but sometimes necessary reality. These choices highlight the complex balance between compassion and practicality in extreme circumstances. While zombies present a constant and mindless threat, human raiders emerge as the ultimate danger in a post-apocalyptic world. Unlike the undead, raiders possess intelligence, strategic thinking, and the ability to organize into formidable groups. Their desperation for resources and survival drives them to commit acts of violence and betrayal that zombies are incapable of. Raiders can adapt quickly to changing circumstances, exploit weaknesses, and use weapons with precision. Their motivations are complex, often fueled by fear, greed, or a desire for power. This combination of human cunning and ruthless determination makes them far more unpredictable and deadly than any zombie horde. The rise of raiders begins with desperate refugees, driven from their homes by scarcity and chaos. Initially, these groups are focused on survival, scavenging for food and shelter wherever they can. Over time, as resources dwindle and competition intensifies, some bands grow more organized and ruthless, evolving into warlords who command loyalty through fear and strength. Their ambitions expand, seeking not just survival, but dominance over territory and resources. In this landscape, Costco stands out as a beacon of abundance, stocked with food, supplies, and equipment. Its sheer size and reputation make it a symbol of stability and wealth, inevitably drawing the attention of raiders. For warlords, controlling Costco means securing a vital stronghold, making it a prime target in their quest for power. Raider attack scenarios can vary widely in their approach and impact. One of the most infamous tactics is the Trojan horse, where attackers use deception to infiltrate and compromise defenses from within. In contrast, overwhelming assaults rely on sheer force, with large numbers of raiders attempting to breach fortifications through direct confrontation. The threat level of each scenario depends on factors such as preparedness, intelligence, and the strength of defensive measures. Deceptive tactics like the Trojan horse can bypass even the most robust defenses if vigilance is lacking, while overwhelming assaults test the resilience and coordination of defenders. Understanding these strategies is crucial for assessing vulnerabilities and developing effective countermeasures against potential raids. Defending a large store like Costco from raiders presents significant challenges, even for a well-prepared group. The sheer size of the building makes it difficult to monitor every entrance and vulnerable point, especially with a limited number of defenders. Effective coordination is essential, as any lapse in communication can create openings for intruders. Trust within the group is another critical factor. Internal conflicts or betrayals can quickly undermine defensive efforts. As group size increases, maintaining discipline and unity becomes harder, potentially leading to fragmentation. Ultimately, while a small, tight-knit team may operate efficiently, larger groups face growing risks of mismanagement and internal strife, making long-term defense increasingly difficult. Costco's widespread visibility and strong reputation have made it a household name, but these very strengths also expose a critical vulnerability. As a prominent and recognizable retailer, Costco cannot easily conceal its presence or operations. This high profile makes it an attractive target for various forms of attack, whether from competitors, market disruptions, or security threats. Unlike less conspicuous businesses, Costco's scale and popularity draw attention, increasing the likelihood of challenges that can threaten its stability. In essence, the fortress-like qualities that have helped Costco thrive also make it impossible to hide, turning its success into a potential liability. The paradox of defense reveals a counterintuitive challenge. As more defenders are stationed at a location, the strain on resources intensifies. Supplies such as food, water, and shelter must be stretched further to support the increased numbers. Ironically, this concentration of defenders can make the site appear more valuable or vulnerable, attracting the attention of potential raiders. The promise of greater spoils or the perception of a significant stronghold may incentivize attackers. Thus, efforts to bolster security can inadvertently raise the stakes, complicating the balance between protection and risk. In a challenging environment, the most sustainable approach involves using Costco as a temporary base of operations. Its ample supplies and sturdy structure provide short-term security and resources. However, remaining there indefinitely increases the risk of encountering organized groups seeking to claim these assets for themselves. To minimize danger, it is crucial to treat Costco as a staging area rather than a permanent refuge. By gathering necessary provisions and planning an exit strategy, individuals can avoid being caught in large-scale conflicts. Timely evacuation before significant threats emerge is essential for long-term survival. Many people assume that simply having access to Costco's vast inventory guarantees their survival in an emergency. However, overconfidence in available supplies can lead to critical oversights, such as neglecting to ration resources or overlooking essential items. Some survivors ignore their own vulnerabilities, failing to account for medical needs, mobility challenges, or the unique requirements of group members. Another common mistake is not having a clear exit plan. Without a strategy for evacuation, individuals may find themselves trapped or unable to adapt as situations change. Recognizing these pitfalls is crucial for anyone hoping to turn a big box store into a safe haven during a crisis. Surviving in a crisis situation unfolds in distinct phases, each with its own challenges and priorities. During the first week, immediate concerns center around securing shelter, finding safe drinking water, and sourcing food. This period is often marked by uncertainty and the need to adapt quickly to new routines. As weeks turn into months, survivors must establish more sustainable solutions, such as rationing supplies, creating reliable water purification methods, and forming supportive groups for safety and resource sharing. Over time, psychological resilience becomes as important as physical survival. Eventually, a critical evacuation deadline may approach, whether due to deteriorating conditions or the arrival of rescue operations. Understanding these timelines helps individuals prepare for both the short-term and long-term realities of survival. Surviving in Costco presents a range of possible outcomes, shaped by several critical factors. In the best-case scenario, access to abundant food, water, and supplies ensures comfort and long-term survival. The store's security features, such as locked entrances and surveillance, help protect against outside threats. However, the worst-case scenario involves rapid depletion of resources, inability to secure safe shelter, and potential hazards from other people seeking supplies. Success depends on resource management, cooperation with others, and adaptability to changing circumstances. Ultimately, the ability to remain calm, organized, and vigilant can make the difference between thriving and struggling in this unique environment. In the event of a Costco apocalypse, the real threat may not be the undead, but rather the unpredictable actions of fellow survivors. Crowds competing for limited resources can quickly turn chaotic, leading to conflict and danger. While Costco offers an initial haven with its abundant supplies and sturdy structure, it is unlikely to remain safe for long. The sheer number of people drawn to such a location increases the risk of violence and depletion of resources. Ultimately, Costco should be viewed as a temporary stop to gather essentials, not as a long-term sanctuary. True survival depends on adaptability, caution, and the ability to move on when circumstances demand.